You know it, I know it. What is it we know? Well, it's Sunday, that we know, and I'm back here on YouTube to make your day a little bit more festive. I'm Allan Torp, and as per usual, I'm sharing all nice things about Scandinavian design, and today it's going to be a hell of a chair extravaganza. I'm going to share a lot of super nice chairs that you can buy now and resell at the same value later. Well, no promises of course, because I'm not a fortune teller and I cannot see into the future, but I have a good feeling about these chairs. So no matter where you are or what you are doing, if you're flying around in a hot air balloon, or you are walking the full Camino de Santiago, or just sitting on a beach somewhere exotic, drinking super nice cocktails, it doesn't really matter. It just matters that you are here and ready for me to talk for about 10 minutes. But it will probably be the very best 10 minutes of your entire life if you watch this video to the end. During this video, we will laugh, cry, learn something new, and just have a great time. But before we do all that, you need to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. The student debt has been paid off, you've found a real job, and you've acquired a taste for quality. The plastic chairs has started to fade and fall apart, and finally there's some cash in the account at the end of the month, so you can buy a proper heirloom once and for all. As I like to say, good quality furniture is like people. Life gives it character and make it more interesting than when it's all new and fresh out of the factory. Not people, the chairs. You want something good to sit on. I mean in. Nice to look at, a proper well-made chair in good design. I know, it's a matter of taste and whether you want to spend a lot of your hard-earned money on a piece of furniture. But the truth is, in terms of investments, it can easily pay off. Now the only question is which one, because there are so many beautiful designs worth investing in. Let's look at some chairs, but quick note, not all the chairs on my list is designed by Scandinavian designers, but they are all super nice in a Scandi decor. The back piece of Venus V2 is beautifully designed. Notice how it tapers slightly to the ends, and it's all done in one single piece. The chair looks very simple, but when you look closer, the profile of the legs changes all the time depending on the angle. It is extremely good workmanship, very simple and very Vena. With him, functionality is key in the way the piece is designed, and he was a master combining design and functionality. Not many people know about the V2, and it is not often you'll see it on auction either, which is exactly what makes it an interesting investment piece. Although I find this next chair rather dull, you honestly cannot have a list of chairs like this without including the Series 7 chair by Arne Jacobsen. Probably the most recognized chair of all time. The seat and back are made in one piece of veneer, and it has become the father of veneer chairs and the archetype from which they all spring from. On the soft side, it is very organic and rounded and is very neutral to the surroundings and can blend into any environment. It really doesn't stick out much, but at the same time, it has a very strong character. It really was the first of its kind. It was so revolutionary at the time it came out in the 1950s. You can't even just make a Series 7 chair in plastic without changing the geometry or the thickness. From a design perspective, it's very clever. It's the safe choice. Then there is more oomph to Bo Monsen's The Hunting Chair. It's very rustic and a lot of work has been done with super good materials. Natural tanned leather combined with stunning oak. It ages super nice, but it takes time. The first years, all you'll see are small marks here and there, but after 15 to 20 years, it has become oh so handsome. The deep cognac colored glow. It's no secret I like them older. One must have patience with a good chair. And one should not be afraid to use it. Again, the chair. It's just all part of the process. The hunting chair is, as the name suggests, intended to stand in a hunting lodge. It is raw and manly, and a little bit atypical for Bo Monsen, as it is a little bit elitist and exclusive and not for Mr. and Mrs. Plain Jane, who was his target group. Jean Povet is a French designer and older guy who was actually a trained engineer. His standard chair is one of my favorites at the moment. It does not look like much at first sight, but it has its very own character. Either you like it or you don't like it. Personally, I think it is super cool. Jean Povet has such a nice straight approach to using materials. He works a lot with bending metals and controlling the deformations that comes out of that, and is a bit technical in his expression. There's a nice honesty about it all, I think. It's very nerdy, and maybe mostly real design connoisseurs think this one is cool. Another chair I am obsessed with is the super simple and light chair by the Italian architect Gio Ponti. It weighs nothing. It is completely slender chair with a wicker seat. It's so cool. Absolutely no nonsense, but still it has some small twists and angles and is so optimized that it has got its very own expression. It has its own place as a classic in the world, but it's not a chair you see used in private interiors often. It's not the cheapest chair. It is from 1951, just after the Second World War, where a lot of things happened in furniture design. It's the same period as the Danish furniture golden age with Wiener, Bo Monsen and Arne Jacobsen, etc. We went from a tradition of very massive furniture with large armrests to a new light generation of furniture where superleggera inscribes itself in. A very good investment in my opinion. Finn has a slightly more international audience and is a little more exclusive. And it is typically people abroad that buys a chair like the Egyptian chair, which according to Finn's own statement is inspired by an Egyptian collection at the Louvre in Paris. Finn's furniture is, among other things, highly sought after in the US and Japan, and here it is not expensive to pay up to 20-30,000 Danish kroner for a dining table chair. They demand chairs that are produced in the time they are designed, plus minus 10 years. Newer editions are not of their interest. They want a chair that has a history and some patina in the leather. So if you have money to spend and find one of these chairs, buy it. It will only go up in price as years go by. With this next one, we are in a completely different league. This iconic chair is for you who has nothing else to spend your money on. It is an icon in relation to dining chairs, but it is also insanely expensive. To put it bluntly, it is really difficult to make. The shell must be processed, the leather made, wet and dried in the mold to fit, after which it is hand sewn on the back. It is a bit like a really nice leather handbag. There is an enormous amount of needlework going into it. The base has 3 legs. I'm made of spring steel, which provides a fun rocking comfort when sitting in this chair. That expression is completely unique. It is one of those that is most sure to hold its value because it is so unique and not so many of them are sold. The PK9 is for the more sophisticated, understated connoisseurs who wants a very exclusive dining table chair, who has an interest in design and who knows how to appreciate Povet Chair's universe. So, okay Allan, all the chairs you have mentioned so far was created by men decades ago. Are there really no modern chairs you want to highlight? Surely there must be some of the modern designers you like too. And there is. It might come as a surprise, but the Danish-Italian design duo Gubi found the inspiration for this chair called the Beetle Chair in the anatomy and the aesthetic of the elephant. No. Kidding. Of course they found it in the beetle. They reinterprets the beetle's heart and characteristic shell and structure in a chair that, like an actual beetle, has a hard exterior and a soft interior. It's probably one of the most successful design chairs hitting the market within the last 10 years, at least in Scandinavian design. A new icon, which I am positive will be in many homes for years and years to come. And I am certain it will keep its value as well. Another chair with great potential is a chair that was actually designed for the renowned Copenhagen restaurant Noma. The Wont chair is classic yet contemporary in its aesthetic with a timeless quality. Timeless meaning it should never go out of style, it has a staying power, and it is created not to be temporary. It draws on iconic traditional Danish design yet has the spirit of a new generation. I really like its slender armrest, giving it a rather casual elegance. And a hand-woven paper cord seat has always been high on my list. Speaking of hand-woven cord, another newcomer with massive potential is the Noelle Chair. The chair came about through a Danish television program where designers were battling on creating a new design icon. This chair won, for a reason. It's designed by Allan Torp, and again, it's a super modern chair drawing on traditional Danish design with great power to become a true design chair icon. I love the curves and how the flag-line seat tilts slightly down for the optimal seat comfort. And with that, we are actually at the end of this week's video from me. It's been a huge pleasure again, and I'll be back next week, I promise. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss all my pearls of wisdom week after week. I kid you not, this is the best channel if you like Scandinavian design, or at least top 2500. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Until next time.